March 21st, 1980, the United States announces a boycott of the Summer Olympics in the Soviet capital of Moscow. But what motivated this boycott? And how did the Soviets retaliate? In December 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, sparking international condemnation. It was seen as a violation of Afghanistan's sovereignty and sparked fears of Soviet expansionism. U.S. President Jimmy Carter responded by withdrawing consideration of the SALT II nuclear treaty, which had been agreed to the previous year, but not yet ratified by the U.S. Senate. Carter also recalled the U.S. ambassador from Moscow and reduced exports of grain and technology to the Soviets. Additionally, he issued an ultimatum, threatening a U.S. boycott of the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow if the Soviets did not withdraw from Afghanistan. The Soviets chose not to comply, so on March 21, 1980, the U.S. announced a boycott. 65 other nations followed Carter's lead and refused to participate in the Games. The 1980 Summer Olympics went ahead in July. Only 80 nations participated, the fewest since 1956. The Soviets retaliated 4 years later by boycotting the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1804, French Emperor Napoleon enacts an influential set of laws known as the Napoleonic Code. In 1871, Henry Morton Stanley begins a famous search for missing explorer Dr. David Livingstone. In 1918, the Second Battle of the Somme begins, resulting in 400,000 casualties over the next 2 weeks. In 1963, Alcatraz Federal Prison in San Francisco Bay closes and transfers its last prisoners. In 1965, 3,200 people begin a historic civil rights march in Alabama from Selma to Montgomery. In 1985, Canadian wheelchair athlete Rick Hansen begins a world tour which raises $26 million for research. In 2025, women who worked in factories during World War II are given the Congressional Gold Medal. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. American author Louis L'Amour is best known for which genre of novels? Fantasy, crime thriller, dystopian, or Western? Liked learning about the 1980 Olympic boycott? Then you'll love this one about the first McDonald's in the Soviet Union. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.